Hey everybody, how you doing? This is On the Road with Big Al. I thought I'd do a video about a Coyote Logistics review. Um, Coyote Logistics is probably the second broker I use the most behind C.H. Robinson. Uh, the best part about Coyote Logistics is their app. They have Bid Now on their app, and or Book Now on their app, and then they also have, if you don't like the price, you can actually bid on the load, which I like. It's better than, I think it's better. I used to think the Uber app was better, but Uber keeps updating it, and it seems like they update it and change it so much. Like, I literally get on there and I don't understand how the search engines work or how anything works, and Uber keeps adding so much stuff. I'm gonna do another video on Uber. They add so much stuff and it's hard to keep track, and then their search engines, it just seems like a mess. I've only hauled one Uber load in the last 5-6 months, mainly because they just don't seem to have any loads in my area, or whenever I'm looking, they just don't have loads. So Coyote, I think Coyote has the best app out of the brokers that I use. The brokers I use the most is probably C.H. Robinson, Coyote, Uber. I use TQL depending on if, basically if it's in the kind of going where I want to go, but TQL, sometimes it's just hard to get a decent price on their loads. And then I use JB Hunt some. I'll do a one on JB Hunt. Their app is the best. I think their app is the best. For the longest time, it seemed like when you put in their Book Now price was the best price that you could get on a load. If you bid, they really wouldn't accept a higher bid. They'd kind of come back with maybe sometimes it would be a little cheaper than what the Book Now price is, and sometimes it would be maybe 15-20. But lately, because rates have went way up, I think all these brokers are trying to keep the prices as far as down, and they're offering as low as they can, or they're trying to keep the price that you see as low as can be, or they're hoping that people just look at the price and think that's a good price and book it, or just book it, or underbid, not knowing what the current rates are, because the current rates are way up there. I think their app is good. Some of the problems I ran in with Coyote, though, is getting paid on detention, getting paid for truck usage if they cancel the load, or getting paid. I've never had a load get canceled, or not get canceled. I've had a load get canceled, but I haven't had a load where I delivered twice with Uber. I was supposed to have a Saturday delivery, and I got to the place and the place was shut down, and Uber paid me $150 to deliver it Monday. $150 a day, so I got paid $150 Saturday and $150 Sunday. So I got paid $300 to wait till to deliver it Monday. That's never happened with Coyote, so I've never had to try to get paid for that. But Coyote, I had supposed to be a pickup at 4, and they literally didn't get me a dock until 6:30 the next morning, and they didn't get me out of there until about 7:30. And it was a load for Pepsi, and then Pepsi just basically refused to pay the detention, and Coyote sided. It was kind of like, well, if they don't pay it, there ain't nothing we can do. Which I'm like, you gotta hold these to their contract. You gotta bill them. You gotta stand up for the driver. You gotta collect this. And Coyote was kind of just like, well, they declined to pay it, so there's nothing we can do. Which I was so mad over it, literally over, if I know about it, I'm never hauling a load for Pepsi again, a Pepsi product load. It was a load from Pepsi to Pepsi. It was strictly a Pepsi load, and like, you know, I told the broker I might not haul a load for you over this. I mean, I can't sit around for 15, 16 hours and then just not get paid. You literally cost me, like, how much money you cost me by doing this. I also had where I booked a load at 4 the next day. I booked it at 4. It picked up at like 9, I think it picked up at like 10 the next day. And I was deadheading. I deadheaded I think it was about 120 miles deadhead, and I deadheaded 60 miles, and I was about an hour away. And at 9 o'clock they called and told me the load was canceled, and they told me that since I wasn't at the site that they weren't going to pay it. I'm like, well, what the heck? I went a day and a half. I booked it at 4. I went, you know, I haven't even looked to book another load because I'm committed to this load. Been committed to it for a half a day. I deadheaded 60 miles, you know, that I drove 60 miles I didn't need to drive. I mean, most people pay $150 for a truck usage fee, and they just weren't going to pay it, which you kind of know that going in, I guess. If you get detention or you get you know, a truck usage fee, like, who knows if you delivery and they won't take the delivery and you have to wait around a day or two, you might get stuck holding the bag, and Coyote's not going to do anything. Loads, there don't seem to be, it can kind of be hit and miss. It seems like sometimes I'll look and there's a bunch of loads there, and sometimes I'll look and they don't have any loads. So it's really hit and miss. Like, consistency of load, C.H. Robinson's the best, and then probably Coyote, and then probably Uber, and then I don't know, TQL has a lot of loads, but they have a lot of loads, but it seems like a lot of them just don't pay. They don't pay very well. So I hardly like TQL unless I'm trying to get home or something and they have a load I want. I really don't even like bother bidding a load through TQL because I just don't know it's not going to pay too well. But rates, like, it seems like rates with Coyote, they seem to do pretty good. Like, overall I might get the best rates through Coyote. I'd say it's pretty close. I'm pretty happy with the rates I get through Coyote. They seem to do all right. I don't know, you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer anything. That's kind of one thing I'm trying to do with this channel, is kind of form a community. I'm willing to, you know, go into the comments. I read all the comments. I try to answer all the comments, any questions. And I'm trying to start a community where people are willing, you know, want to, like, if you do have a question, feel free to ask it. I'll do my best to answer it. Hopefully we can build a community here, and if I can't answer something, you know, somebody else watching these videos or another trucker can answer these questions for you. That's kind of what I'm trying to do here, is not just the videos, but a community in the comment section. I love reading every single comment, and I love trying to answer them and trying to help out new truckers. I've been over the road. I've had my CDL since like 96, and I've been over the road since like 2012, and I've owned my own truck and had my own authority for almost 3 years now. It's like 2 years 9 months. And I've learned a lot over the years, and I've especially learned a lot these last 3 years doing this. And I've kind of, like, the way I learn is kind of just hard knocks, like making mistakes and learning, and hopefully I can, you know, help somebody else out, somebody else trying to do this. I think being a trucker and having my own authority and being able to be my own boss is the best thing that's happened to me. I love doing the job even more, that I'm the one who's in charge and I'm the one booking the loads. And I think that's the best part of this is I literally don't have anybody telling me what to do. I work when I want to work, and I don't work when I don't want to work. And I really enjoy this job. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy making these videos. Also, I'll put in a deal for Mudflap. I use Mudflap to get most of my fuel. They're slowly and consistently expanding the network. Just download the app. No fees, no monthly fees, no fees at all. Just download it. You put on a credit card that you want to use, or a debit card you want to use, or even they came out with a new feature that tie your, either like use a debit card or tie your bank account to it. I tied my bank account to it, and I get 2 cents off extra at any place they do it. I imagine because the credit card fees or whatever, you're not having to pay it, and they kind of pass the savings off to you. Use my referral link. I believe somebody signed up and got fuel the other day, and I got $10, and I think they get $10. Honestly, it's something I use and I enjoy it. On the app, it says how much you've saved. I've been using it a little over a year. I've saved over $1,000 in fuel discounts, which you really can't beat it. You're buying a lot of fuel. I spend about $50,000 a year on fuel, so it makes it somewhere between 50 and 60, depending on the fuel prices. Last year, fuel was dirt cheap. I really haven't looked to see how much. I haven't got my taxes back yet, so I haven't seen how much exactly I spent on fuel. But like I said, any questions, feel free to ask. I'll do my best about Coyote Logistics. I'll do my best to ask. Thanks for watching. I'm on the road with Big Al. Thank you.